Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here we are when we tested out the Origin cleaver. And this is a good number of months later, and you can see how much overgrowth we've got now. So we're up here to do a bit more clearing, and we've got the prototype Kukri, the Origin knives that we're going to try before the knife itself goes into production. So there we go. And this is then 690 steel model, first cut. Nice. And again, so the thing with the Kukri, as I say, it's a thinking man's knife. There's various sweet spots depending how you hold the grip, if it's in the foregrip, middle grip, or the rear grip, or local grip. It'll depend on where the sweet spot's on the blade, so it does take a bit of getting used to. And that's one of the things about a Kukri, and that's why for a lot of people it doesn't feel natural straight away to use them. It does take a bit of time to become accustomed to the use of the knife and to get the best out of it. I can say straight off the bat, I'm not used to a Kukri. I've got this love-hate relationship with them, and I'm hoping what Kev's done in the design, he's going to render these problems for me. And the problem I usually have is too much shock travelling through it. The handle's too small. I find it quite difficult on the traditional, the E.G.O one that is, to sharpen it. And you can see this has got a continuous, lovely sweeping recurve to it, which looks, just looking at it, will be much more efficient when it comes to sharpening. So I'm looking forward to having a try at that. Stick tang, always felt was a weakness as well. And on the rear of the E.G.O one, it has a brass finishing pommel, which I always found it cut into my hand in this position here, and you can see I've got some marks there, and I never felt anything, so that's off to a great start. So here we go with this branch up here. Obviously it's above my head height, it's no ideal, so it's got to be a different sweet spot I'm going to be hitting the branch with. Let's see how we go on with this. Look at the bite on that. So that's the front sweet spot there, and that's almost done that, and I'll say that's just over an inch thick. And probably if I put more power into that, I went through that. Try it again. Right, so that's that area here. Hinge grip, just up the front here, lass. And for light vegetation, like these ferns here, just a click of the wrist. Yeah, you could work at that all day, just with a pinch grip. So nice balance in the centre here, just here at the large finger choil, which I really like, because look at that, I've got fat fingers and that really fits brilliant for me. What a difference, it's really comfortable. What we'll do here then is, I'll say this is maybe what, 4 or 5 inches in circumference around here, and I'll have a chop through this. So this will let me give a few good bites into this and change my hand position as I start to get further through it. So this is dead standing birch. Get my feet a bit. Right, so here we go. Well, there's the first bite. That's deep. So obviously when it's biting like this, it's making the tool much more efficient. We know it's a large tool, and that's the advantage of carrying a large blade, but when it bites like that, it's night and day when it comes to saving energy and calories when we're actually out in the wilderness in a survival situation, try to save as much energy as possible. So here we go again. There we go. That's the front there. See it? So just trying various sweet spots here. So I'm going to go to the centre with this one. Oh, there you go. Blade's perfect. So this is what I'm talking about when I say it's a thinking man's blade. You really need to have a think before it becomes instinctual and automatic for you to know where to hit the branch. It does take a bit of time getting used to, but that's the advantage of this. It has many sweet spots that is going to work for you in a variety of situations and circumstances. Right, so here we go with a beaver cut where we just chop in, twist, chop in and twist. You can see it's got a large knot here. See how we get on. There you go. That's what you call efficiency in chopping. Right. So there we go, it just slices in like that, and you can see the front a couple of inches where it's really sharp, bites into that wood, and now you're going to see the wiggling and the break off to cause the rosette shape. In the past with the kukri, I've always found with the types of grind and geometry they have on them, battening has been a problem for me, and this blade here, as you can see, has a large convex shaped geometry to it. Bring it back just forward the curve is what I like to do, and hold it with this almost at a 45-degree angle to start with. There we go, look at that. And keep that at a 45-degree angle. Right, as we can see here, we've got a nice swedge for the tip up to here, a couple of inches in length here, and the reason we have that is to assist us in puncturing materials and also to help us in wood processing when it comes to breaking down our batten pieces of wood into kindling size. I'll show you how we go about actually utilising this swedge to make kindling. There it is, right through. You can see splitting it. I've just not got the strength because of the knots here to break it. And if you look at the angle here, this assists you when it comes to taking it out, or how efficient the kukri is at doing some feather sticks. Right, so there we go, the wee curve starting to work. Nice small feathers starting to form there. Starting to use the shape of the blade and all various parts of the blade, and a lot of this is actually getting a feel for the feather sticks and how the grain's running in the wood, if it's going to be friendly and assist you with the geometry of the blade. They're decent enough, they'll definitely take to light on a fire steel. Nice. And obviously trying to get used to the blade and the different angles and the different positions to hold it and where you're comfortable using the blade. It has a great effect on how good your feathers will be. They seem okay. Right, so there we go. Right, so what we'll go into next is show you how the finger choil works on a front snap cut. Just nice flicks of the wrist and keeping the finger in position, just on small branches when we need them cleared. So here, the tip, oh nice. Yeah. Just here, the tip again, nice. Just a flick of the wrist, overhand cuts, and what I mean by that is if you place the branch up here like this, it's actually allowing what I'd call an overhand. So if I stick that in there like that, this is over, the handle's actually overhanging the actual biting point, so it's down here. So it's getting used to that, and that did take me quite a bit of time to become accustomed to that. So I need good clearance to get the belly at the front to work for me. So here, like this, rather than doing a perpendicular cut, we want to cut it at an angle to make it even more efficient. So again, here, again, approach it at an angle with overhand cut. Look at that. So as we've said, getting used to all the different ways of using a kukri, and the overhand cut is definitely one that took me a bit of time to become accustomed to using. Use the curve for the belly, you can get a good bang up here. Okay, and obviously if you had a bat and a wee tap in would help. And just come down, utilising the first inch or so, just push up with the thumb, and it gives a nice platform. There's loads of room there, and look at this jumping here to get right back to where you need to be, and that is actually very comfortable. And push up, come up here a bit, yep, and again just up, take that off. Again, just using the weight of the blade. Just get bite in a wee bit more, get a bit deeper. Yeah, and I'm just actually just using a push cut now. I've got the shape I'm looking for. Right, so there's your number 7 cut done. It's easy enough. And just using the tip, foregrip. Coming up. Oh, lovely. That would do me. And if you just look in here, the way he's designed it, just using the apex. There we go. Good use of the apex, and it really does assist you when it comes to battening as well. The end of his blade at the tang here has got a 90-degree edge for using with your ferrocerium rods or fire steels. I'll just show you that working. So the tang, as I say, has got the 90-degree edge, which has multiple uses. Your fire steel striking and things like scraping bark. So holding finger in there, round here, like so. You do the drawing back and forth, and that'll get you your fine type of fuzz for lighting fires, if it was dry obviously. But look at that, how efficient that is. Seconds, you can hear it actually biting in, it's that efficient at doing it. So great use of the tang. So the spine, you can see it's an unusual shape. I've showed you the use with the apex, using it for battening and a bit of hammering. Another one we can actually use this for is using it as a draw knife, using the 90-degree spine for removing bark. So you take a look at this up here. Get in here. That's brilliant. My hands are safe all the time. Just the weight of my fingers pulling on that is doing the job. So this spine works amazing. Right, so another use of the swedge in the front here is to use this recurve as a draw knife. So what we want to do is get the tip into a piece of wood. So this time, just get this here. And we don't want to go all the way through. So this piece, just enough to get a bite and a hold. And we hold it like this. Come on, I'll show you it used. And just pulling. This has already got a couple of chunks of tip. So we can see large shavings mixed with your tinder to get the fire going. Great start. Obviously this would be cut to size. You take a bit of time making sure that's insecure, and you would do it in a decent piece of wood. But as things go, that is amazing when it comes to using it as a draw knife.